have any down penalties.
So we are going into the
All
game
right.
now. Lobby is now started, made, good to go. Of course, we are looking at Fresh on the monster slot for IC versus the EU Hunter team, right?
Yeah, I believe they're all EU. Everyone playing
Sorry,
right now in the
EW,
upper
I mean.
bracket, I believe, are all EU.
I mean EW, sorry, my mistake. Because Exploding Race,
Oh,
EW.
yeah, Exploding Wraiths, yeah. I thought you meant European. They are indeed all Europeans, but some of them are Exploding Wraiths.
They just randomly explode in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, are they going to play Wraith and only use 3-point Warp Blast to win their
Maybe.
games on the monster side?
Just put like 9 points in Warp Blast.
9 points of Warp Blast confirmed blows up 1/4 of the map. That's impossible to dodge. You'd have to use all your jetpack. But after you dodge it, all the Wraiths got are a couple of melee attacks before you gotta wait for that thing to recharge.
So we are going into this now. It is currently 0-0 for those of you that are just tuning in. This is the very first game with Fresh, of course, playing at Monster, which means that IC is going to be doing their matches first in regards to their Monster side. So they want to know exactly how they're going to be concluding for the Monster side before they continue to the next, to the other side. Both matches are played on either side first. So in this case, it is going to be IC Monster versus the EW Hunter team for match 1. Match 2 is going to be IC Monster versus the EW Hunter team again. And then match 3 is when we switch over to see the EW Monster versus the IC Hunter team, which of course for EW and IC I mean Exploding Race and Inspector Cabot. We're going into a game with Meteor Goliath. The blue flame is going to be coming out. We're looking to see what he does with it, as we are going for the first map with every series with TGL, which is of course going to be Orbital Drill.
Orbital Drill we picked because there are casters behind the scenes, competitive players behind the scenes, developers behind the scenes, and we were all talking about what would be a nice, fair map for the TGL map pool to start things off on. And we determined that Orbital Drill was a solid one. Got the match finally going. Ladies and gentlemen, starting off, we got Meteor Goliath, and he's actually taking it sneaky
guys.
route. We've seen a lot
Good luck.
more sneaking
Have fun.
Yeah, man, good
than
luck.
in ESL, in TGL, and it's been successful, trying to get away from the Hunters early, not letting them track you. Now, the thing is, Gobi is pretty good anti-stealth. I'm not sure why he's choosing to sneak with Gobi on the board.
We just had a little bit of comm chatter coming out of them right there, just trying to say good luck, have fun, and we just want to make sure we don't hear them when they're doing their comms, because that'll get exceptionally loud for you guys. But as you were saying, it's just nice to see that they're able to do this on Orbital Drill, because it is considered the most balanced map, as you were saying. But yeah, we are looking at him going through the raceway, heading towards the eastern side, going to be getting his meets up as quick as possible. And he is just kind of holding position at this point, trying to make his decision on which route he's going to take, as the Hunter team has to choose if they're going south or if they're going to go east. Now, you look at his positioning right now, he is staying exceptionally still.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's actually not crouched in the bush right next to him. I mean, if he was just going to stand there and do nothing, I would crouch in the bush right next to me just in case, for just visibility purposes. Of course, it's a lot easier to see Meteor Goliath when he's standing because those blue flames will give him away. When he's crouched, those flames are gone. Moving down here, going towards the south side of the map, he's trying to throw the Hunters off as far as his pacing and his movement goes. Trying to hold in one area. Hunter's trying to figure out where he's moving, but he is actually not moving at all. Just trying to get away from the Hunters here. His feed is not fast. Fresh has
Well,
really
we're
got
looking at a
feed.
restart scenario right now. Fresh did just message the admins requesting a restart because comm chatters are right now going live all over the place. So Fresh can hear everything they're saying.
Oh, yeah, and that is totally not fair. And the Gentleman's League, of course, is a league of honor and doing things nice and fair. So that's probably why he was just standing there.
Yeah, he's kind of like, let's make sure that this is balanced for everyone. Because I thought they were
Yeah,
just
and
doing
not
like good
spy
luck,
on
have
them.
fun. But yeah, see voice chat, we see it like
Oh,
in game
open
right
chat,
now.
yeah,
Open
yeah.
chat. So that's gonna get changed in just a minute. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. As a monster player, if you hear the trapper yell, he's over here, I'm cutting.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's incredibly easy to counter, so not being able to hear the Hunter squad is going to be more fair. And in TGL, of course, not only are we trying to promote competitive evolve, but TGL was also founded on forming a non-toxic community and group of players to play and learn evolve in. And, you know, no cheating, no talking smack to each other, just everyone playing together, being friends.
Yeah.
And that's what TGL is all about.
That's why it's called the Gentleman's
In
League.
turn at the competitive play. Yeah, exactly. It's also called the Gentleman's League because Brandon donated $500 to the pool and wanted to name it after himself, I believe. In Season 1,
Wait.
it
So
was
if
his
I
idea,
donate
so
$500, I can rename the league, or do I have to donate 501?
I think it has to be $500 and a penny.
$500 in a penny? Okay, so I just have
I'm
to
not
beat
sure.
Brandon, and then I can rename the league. That sounds like a fair bet.
Yeah. Just go over to the Patreon, talk to Tim behind the scenes, maybe before you rename it something ridiculous, because I would want to name it http:// www.twitch.tv/stealthshampoo.
Just like
That's
the
probably
full
what I
like
renamed
link
it.
in the name,
Yeah, no, the full link, including the HTTP, for no reason.
because you gotta have that hypertext protocol, right?
Yeah, got to make sure that no
Hypertext
matter
transfer
what.
protocol.
I don't even know that much about the internet. Like, I don't even know why we put that there. Anyway, we got the game restarting here in just a moment, guys.
So we are just right now redoing the picks, but we are, of course, looking at ourselves, and we are looking at IC versus Exploding Race, or Inspector Cabot versus Exploding Race, or Inspector Cabot versus EW, whichever way you want to say it. Or you can just say IC versus EW, which is what's on the screen right now. So we're looking at it. We do have the exact same picks, because we're not allowed to change them because he already did the pick phase. But this was a restart just because comms were kind of getting blasted all over the place. So we'll see what he does. We'll probably see a similar route, if not the same route, coming out of Fresh. So should be up and good to go.
I have just gotten information. The lower bracket is being played at the same time as this, so you guys are going to see all the games from the upper bracket, but the lower bracket is being played at the same time, being reffed by, I believe, the Maniac Squirrel, or the Gentleman Squirrel, founder of the Gentleman's League, aka Brandon over at TRS. I believe he's a QA and
He is a maniac.
art design dude. Yeah, he actually, I believe, designed Goliath. He drew Goliath. So he is indeed a maniac. Goliath is not something that comes out of a sane person's mind.
But as we're going into this, let's take a quick look at the abilities. Since we didn't get a chance to show them last game, this is a restart, we're looking at 1 leap, 1 fire, 1 charge, which is great when you look at mobility in combination with damage. And then when you take that into mind, you look at the perks. Again, he's maximizing his mobility, as we see movement speed being the choice. But if you look at the Hunter team, we're looking at almost entirely reload speed with Hegorantos. I think I'm saying that right? Being Rogue Val and choosing Jetpack Recharge, so that way they can be extra defensive and extra evasive with that Rogue Val, as you want to make sure that they're able to get everything out and just deal tons and tons of damage. It is interesting to see a reload speed being chosen by Hyde, though, as opposed to like a quick switch damage output or anything of that nature.
Yeah, reload on Hyde. I guess he's trying to put more stink nades on the ground, but I personally prefer capacity on Rogue Val. Spam those toxic darts out there, but that's not the main reason. The med gun, just trying to chain heal people all the time, have capacity on that, be able to keep your team alive, and trying to help out with the sniper rifles. You get 80 more damage because you get 1 more bullet in the sniper rifle. So it really benefits Rogue Val's entire kit capacity. And I like to put off that extra shot with a sniper rifle. It raises your damage from 240 per reload to, do I know how to do math? 320 per
One thing
reload.
that
That really stacks.
I was able to test out with Val is, like, I was doing like Rogue Val games, was getting like 6 to like 7, maybe 8,000 a game, like in total between the sniper and the poison dart. And then when you look at it and you get, I checked reload speed, and suddenly I was not only dealing like with that extra shot with the time in between, you're able to get a full another clip of 3 shots in. It was very interesting to see that extra damage coming out. But we're looking at it right now. We do see that they are starting to rotate their positions and heading towards Fresh right now. They're at 240 meters. They did go the wrong way just because, Fresh did a stealth start. So we'll have to see what they do to try and combat this, as he is going to have full armor when he does engage for his stage 2 fight with a 3-point leap smash build with 1 point in rock.
Gobi is a pretty good anti-stealth tool, so if Fresh wants to continue stealthing around the map, I'm not sure how he hasn't been caught by Gobi just yet. Just Crow not in position to throw Gobi ahead and detect the monster. We do have 3 leap, 1 rock, 1 flame, 1 charge. I find putting 1 flame on Meteor Goliath is more viable than putting 1 flame in normal Goliath, because Meteor Goliath does have that longer reaching flame. The charge is faster, the rocks do fly faster, and the leap smashes, of course, go farther. But they are on a longer cooldown, so by putting 3 points in a leap smash, that'll bring the cooldown down just a little bit, and you're able to, of course, hit with a larger AoE, set more hunters on fire, and do more damage. Looks like we do have some sneaky plays going on right now, though. Meteor Goliath trying to escape Crow is full armor, full health, though, so Meteor Goliath can engage at any point.
Going straight on Rogue Val, though, was able to stealth right behind him and leap smash him into the face. Looking to get a rock throw, does go in and does connect on the assault, dealing tons of damage. Here comes the leap, going straight for Hagerantos. Has to burn the heal burst to keep himself alive, which means his teammates aren't going to get healed for a little while. We're going to have to see this thrown around. Here comes everything. Tox grenades being tossing everything. Here he goes. Here comes the orbital barrage. Connects. 1, 2, 3 blasts from the orbital as Hagerantos is now down.
The burn was too much for Rogue Val, and Hyde is actually getting burned a little bit too. Hyde might go down if he doesn't dodge that rock, but that was a great dodge right there. We do have Hank still up on the field. Ooh, and that, I'm not sure if that was a Mammoth Bird shock right there, or if he got meleeed down, but we have 2 Hunters down, and it is not looking good. They have not punished this monster enough. They just broke his armor and got a little bit more than a bar of health damage right there. I don't know why Hank tried to go for that res right there. Meteor Goliath was clearly on top of the body, and that might be it. It's Trapper, last man standing, and Trapper has not trapped the monster in this dome. It's the other way around. Goliath has got Crow stuck in the dome, gets pounced, and that's going to be GG right there. Very clean victory from Fresh, making very short work of that Hunter squad. They went down super fast right there. Lost Rogue Val, lost the game.
Well, it's just an enormous amount of damage coming out. And if you just see that on this chart, you can see that Rogue Val's health just depletes over time, and it just is impossible to measure exactly what he's able to do with the healing when he's just getting focused non-stop. Even like with the Hank shields and everything being done, damage done to the monster was 2,800, as opposed to the damage done by the monster, which was 18k. So that's a quick game one as we go get ready for the next round. We're looking at to see how they change things up. Fresh might stay with Meteor Goliath at this point, or they might, after seeing that display, just immediately ban it. Say, you know what? We underestimated your Meteor Goliath. We don't want to see that. We'll take your Kraken or your Goliath any day. We don't want to see the Meteor.
Yeah, but if anything, if they want to run Rogue Val, I'd prefer to fight against a Meteor Goliath than a Goliath. We'll have to see if they change their team comp, if they try to reevaluate their strategy. Of course, they didn't get a stage 1 fight, so that could have been a difference maker. Really trying to take the monster down, take him to low health at stage 1 is a great way to put him on the back pedal at stage 2 right after you break his armor. But they didn't get that stage 1 fight, so that might have put the Hunters on the back pedal a little bit, especially when Rogue Val went down. You could see on that chart that Rogue Val's health shot all the way back up when she hit that heal burst. Of course, that's a 75% healing, but she just didn't dodge enough abilities to be able to keep herself up in the dome. And of course, Medic dies. Everyone else is sure to follow. Rogue Val went down in that dome. The jetpack perk, while very helpful, the dodges just weren't there from Rogue Val.
Yeah, which makes it extremely hard to make that effective when you're just getting bursted down so hard. So that's, like, if they do go with Rogue Valiant, we'll probably see a perk change over to damage reduction, or maybe even reload or capacity, something of that nature. But we'll have to see what they do to kind of change that and combat what they just saw, because that's one of the things about Gentleman's League is every game is different. They're constantly tweaking what they're doing in order to make it a little bit more effective to give them the better chance into the next match.
And, of course, that means since that first W just went to Fresh, that EW's Hunters get to choose the second map against Fresh, who just won that last game. I would like to see a little bit better dodging and see if they can take it back. The current score is 1-0 in favor of Inspector Cabot. And the next map is going to be chosen by the losing side. And then after this, we're going to hop over to game number 3. We're going to switch Hunters and Monster back on Orbital Drill. And then we'll see if they manage to pull off the 3-0 or if we see a tiebreaker round. Or actually, that would have to be a 4-0, right?
Yeah, something like that. It'd have to be 4-0, and then there's no tiebreaker. So
yeah,
they'd have to
4-0,
win.
there's no tiebreaker. So they have to...
sorry, it's best of 5. It'd be a 3-0.
3-0.
Right? Best of 5.
I'm totally... Because we were just doing Battlefy.
It's best of 5 right now, so it's 3-0.
I've completely lost. Yeah, you're right. It's 3-0. I was right the first time. So if Fresh wins this game and then the game after this, then that'll be a 3-0, and then they will be able to move up into the finals. Of course, only 2 teams are going to be able to participate in the closed TGL tournament. There's only 2 spots left. 6 teams have been determined. We have YP, TPA, I'm going to put in air quotes, Eyes on You, who is trying to be reassembled right now because a lot of their teammates have left. We have DTR, who is sponsoring the tournament. That is Brandon Maniac Squirrel, Kaiser Tim's team. And then from
Which is still
last
an
week, we
extremely
have...
strong Hunter team. Like, they didn't just buy their way in.
Yeah.
They are a dominating force to be reckoned with, and they are all exceptionally good at Evolve. They can hold their own with Team YP and anyone else that decides to sit on the table.
But we have a couple devs on that team, and then those are seeds 1 through 4. Seeds 5 and 6 from last week are the Dildozers and JSMS in that order. There's only 2 seeds left, and 2 out of 4 of these teams are going to get their chance to play in the closed bracket tournament for, I believe the prize pool is up to $1,800.
Yep. and it's going up every week. So if you want to see more of this, make sure to donate to that prize pool and get it up. The Patreon and all that will be available too, so you guys should definitely check that out. In the meantime, we are